All right, there we go. So, man, we are not getting any better at this. It is 9:42, and I'm headed to the gym. Supposed to be there at 9. Today, I wasn't just, you know, pee diddling around. I was cooking, went grocery shopping, whatever, blah blah blah. But today was a really good day for the most part. Um, Very productive. Woke up, had some breakfast, uploaded, edited, whatnot, all that, sort of stuff. Um, did some cardio, ran a couple errands, hit up the bank, whatever. So just overall very productive. Um, Went and got some groceries, hit my cardio. But um, the really cool thing was, whenever you kind of, I just have to say, the second that you can establish yourself and separate yourself as a different sort of business to kind of allow these sort of opportunities to come your way, and of course there's levels to this. Like I can continue to move up, but in the winter when things are hard, a lot of things don't go your way, but there's just a couple things that if you're able to kind of separate yourself from, or if you're able to kind of hold yourself to that like next level, these couple little things will absolutely just like make a big difference. Just hanging out today, whatever, blah blah blah. Proposal approved, $700. That is great. Now it's not super uncommon or whatever, but just right now schedule's looking slow, whatever, blah blah blah. It's just super obviously great to see that. Now, I'm not saying that as in like that's gonna change my life right now. That's gonna make this month easier. That's gonna make this week even easier. It's like it's really not a huge deal to me, but I wanted to make it a point because I remember at one point it was very. I remember the first time I charged $300, and this was before I had a point of sale system. So it was like I didn't. It wasn't plus tax. It was $300 even, and it was for a full removal on like a 80 something whatever, like a classic car, way out of my league. Way harder than I anticipated, with all like purple tint on the whole thing, took it all off, $300. And I remember me and my partner at the time, you know, we got the cash, like he paid us afterwards, everything was good. And like we like pretty much like high-fived each other, like that's how it's supposed to be, like $300 easy, this and this, like, a day, like. And so I just remember what it was like kind of hitting these benchmarks. And I remember that was like the first big one, the real first big one. So to have days like today, and of course, like I said, it's not a huge deal, so it's super easy to take it for granted. But the reason I'm able to get jobs like this is because I was able to separate myself, because I'm firm on my prices, because people don't come to me because I'm the cheapest, because I have a good website that I put good work into, because whatever it is, that I did. And so it's just really important to, kind of take yourself to that next step when you can. And and yeah, I don't know. That's the gist of it. I mean, yeah, it's just super easy to take it for granted, but looking back and then seeing like it today, it's just really cool. And on top of that, like today, I was just really ready to make some calls, like go down my entire list and see how many people that I could get booked. Because yeah, this month is started off great. Second week was great. Third week, not so great. Snow hits, not so great. So now I'm basically like, I almost lost 2 weeks, and I'm just barely like doing what I can do with the last bit of this week. So anyway, trying to, it was just in the headspace of just like, all right, I gotta sit down, lock in, call as many people as possible, and see what I can get booked right now. And I really was going to, but like I've been going nonstop today. So by the time I sat down to make the calls, it was probably around it was probably around 3:30, which I kind of had to like mess with a little bit, just put like a half-ass script together just so like I'm not literally babbling, which didn't take long, but I just got some really good news from my girlfriend, and so the focus was no longer on me. Although it was really important, like for me to make those calls, whatever, pay these bills and whatever, the focus was going to be on her. So I was able to make 2 calls by the time she got home, not because I had very little bit of time left, but because the first call I actually got really lucky. First call I make, yeah, I got a chance to look at the proposal I do want to move forward, just not sure when. And so now it's like, okay, we got this person. So talk about options, talk about price points, whatever, blah blah blah. Get her sold. So that's 2 people booked, $900 one day. You know, couldn't ask for more. So right now, plan, hit legs. You're gonna have to make it honestly a quick one, which is unfortunate because I'm always excited to hit legs. Like, not literally excited to hit it, but excited to I guess reap the benefits later. So it's just like, this is the part, that's not as exciting, but I'm excited for the future while doing this part, and that kind of gets me through this stuff. But I'm gonna have to keep it quick. I'm probably gonna have to do like the same thing I always do, but mostly if you guys have seen that like low volume, high intensity like stuff, where it's like you take every single set to failure, or like drop sets or supersets, whatever. So I'll probably do 2 to 3 sets max of each movement, probably honestly 2, and just till failure, or just hit like a really nasty like drop set or multiple drop set on the last one, just to get like a lot of blood flowing, stuff like that. Still get a good workout in, but it's just not going to be as lengthy. So that's probably what I'm going to do, and then and call it a night, because it is 9:49, and this is probably going to be the extent of the video because it's 9:49. I don't want to, I'm not going to be dropping my pants showing you guys the legs. Nothing special to see yet, and there's not much to talk about on the way home. So great day, but still cooked, still hit my macros, hit the groceries, got people booked, and I'm still hitting the gym even though it's late. But got to get home, finish up the macros, and get to bed at a decent time, because going to the gym late and going to bed late, those are the 2 things I seriously need to work on. But all right, so if anybody is ever going to be watching this, thank you guys for watching. See you guys on the next one.